I don't know if.
Oh, I don't have up the agenda.
All right, I am happy to call this meeting of the Clausen DDA to order at 8:05. It's wonderful, almost everybody is here. For roll call, I guess I could just say we're missing Reese, Rafael, and Sarah,
Yeah,
right?
We heard from Reese yesterday.
Reese is unable to make it. Rafael's out of town.
Bill's out of town. We heard from Sarah just a couple minutes ago here.
Okay,
Oh,
So- do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I will make that motion to approve the consent agenda.
Fabulous, is there a second?
I would second that.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Terrific. Joan,
Yes,
how about a director report?
okay. All right, we have very few business updates. We've got we got construction continuing on those both large-scale projects, which is the Broadway Square ACE development and the Clausen Lofts townhomes. Townhomes are still, I think they have their engineering done now. There are a couple things under review, and then they're going to be able to get shovels in the ground. So, construction continues on Lucky Duck and Downtown Charlie's and Nuri. So, I say there's not much going on, but we have quite a bit of new stuff happening, which is nice. And those for downtown businesses is really all there is. We've got a couple updates on Main Street. The parking study being done by Rich and Associates has started. So Wanda Norman is the person who is in town. And we sent out an email earlier this week to all the business owners with an invite to meet with her next week, Tuesday to Thursday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. She will be here at City Hall in the conference room by appointment, or you can call her and set up a phone call appointment if you want. But she wants to hear from everybody on what they feel the parking situation is, good, bad, indifferent, whatever. She just wants to hear from everybody. She walked the downtown yesterday for kind of an informational tour and to observe traffic and pedestrians and parking habits and talked to a couple business owners while she was out and about. So this will be done end of September, early October. So there will be some surveys, there will be other meetings. This first part is hearing from everybody is important. On the alley update, last week I met on site with the contractors, the Hartwell who does the concrete and the drains and the landscaper and the engineers to review the project from its beginning history to the present situation, and decided on a course of action, which is a new trench drain, which will go down the center, about 6 feet down the center of the alley towards 14 Mile to make sure that the water drains there. There was some feeling at first that there was going to be enough of a slope for the water to drain off, but it was so slight that in the winter it wasn't going to drain. It was going to freeze there, which was going to cause problems right at the door of Sabbath. And on the sidewalk, anybody else walking was just going to have a sheet of ice. So new drain. Councilman Sampson tasked them at a council meeting with getting this done by September 11. With one thing and another, that may not happen, but they do know and are pushing for a definite date. Right now, we had hoped they would be able to start the trench drain. I found decorative grate at East Jordan Ironworks. It has to be something that, your shoe heel can't go through, so it's got to be ADA compliant, and I found it there. Nice pattern with a garland, which was just sort of a bonus. When they went to look at it from Hartwell, they found that the section that was there was rusted out. So they're looking for something new right now. As soon as they find that, then hopefully we can get that started, then the brick will go in, and the arch can be installed. So again, they're pushing against a date of September 11 to get it done, and they have some renewed energy there, so I think we're finally going to see that happening. Also last week, SEMCOG had 3 representatives here, along with the city's traffic consultants, a traffic planner from Giffords, a couple business owners, both the Margulis brothers, and seems like we had at least one other, Wanda from Rich and Associates for the parking. And they conducted a field visit to review traffic on 14 Mile and Main Streets and to consider improved transportation and parking options. They've already done traffic studies, which were pretty detailed. A company comes that works for them and puts up cameras. They can tell you at all of the points. They use the pedestrian islands, 14 Mile and Main corner. They can tell you during the space of times that they looked, and I think they had 3 2-hour times that they chose throughout the day, how many pedestrians there were, how many bikes there were, how many went straight through, how many left turns, how many right turns. I mean, the detail was pretty amazing. So we will meet back in October with them because they're doing additional studies, and the traffic associate TIA is looking at some things along with the Giffords person. And we'll meet, and then by then the parking study will be done. So hopefully we will have some recommendations by then, or at least some direction. And again, there will be surveys again along with that. As far as the building and planning department update, the construction is continuing on the Elliott Street apartment complex on North Rochester Road. If any of you have been around there, it is all bricked now, and it looks pretty nice. The development at 516 North Main, we're waiting for site plan submittal. That was the planned unit development that was approved. That's it.
Thank you. City manager report, is that you, Joan?
I don't think we had anything that wasn't covered here. Probably it would have been the to do with the SEMCOG and the parking.
Design committee.
I have been looking at the logo for the social district, and I would think I was supposed to have that done, Joan, yesterday, but I did not. So I was going to put together, 3 or 4 options of just some ideas, building on that round logo as we kind of move forward towards the social district being approved. And I don't know what the timing is, but I'll send that out in an email later this week. So
Cool. Do we have any idea what the social district timing might be?
It's up to the MLCC. I did get it back that I had to give them a map that included one other property that we hadn't considered before, which was, they did say to go ahead and put in the businesses that do not have licenses yet, but that are going to be in the process, which would be Downtown Charlie's and, right now I can't think of the other one.
Lucky Duck?
Yeah, I had included that, but, so I put in Downtown Charlie's also. And Oakland County is adding that to the map, and then we're ready to put that application in again today.
Is that social district going to be limited only to the DDA?
No, it includes Woodpile also.
Okay. Other than that, the boundaries would be the boundaries of the DDA plus Woodpile?
Yeah.
Okay.
It has to be contiguous, and when you get to the edges of the DDA, there's a big empty spot at the end
Right.
of each one.
Yeah, by the time you get to 3 Cats and you want to continue west, there's nothing to attach.
Right.
Same way going in any other direction, so.
However, if somebody bought the Burger King and did something with it, I'm sure that the boundaries could be extended at that time.
For the social district, yes, yeah.
But that's
And
not
those
happening
cups
next
will be
week.
identified?
They have to be,
Yeah, is that by each business?
the business has to have a cup that is individual to them, and then there has to be a sticker on it that says social district.
Okay.
Okay. Organization committee,
Nothing for that.
promotion.
Well, I do have on the, I have a couple movies to consider on the cinema. Nobody's sent me others, but I'll throw these out and see what you think. I'm ready to duck and cover. Mamma Mia, Field of Dreams, Crocodile Dundee.
Crikey, I know which one I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, Field of Dreams is a good theme.
I
considering
love
they just
Field of
did it
Dreams.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah.
day in real life. That was pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
It's their 30th anniversary.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a feel-good movie. I think people need a feel-good, maybe.
Yeah.
Can always do with something like that.
Okay, do we want to vote on that, or just all say, let's go for Field of Dreams and keep moving?
or is that going out to Facebook?
It can, or I can say we voted on Field of Dreams and ask for.
Just depends on how we want to do it, I guess.
I vote that we vote and be done.
Yeah,
Okay.
30th anniversary. So why not?
Anniversary Field of Dreams. Okay.
Perfect.
Can you believe it's been 30 years?
Crazy.
Do we have any more business development? I think you covered most of that stuff in the city manager report.
Right. Well, also on promotion is this is the City Fest, Clausen Fest, this Saturday, which is the music festival. Sean Nasri came to us with a good proposal, with something that required. The only thing required of the DDA is helping with some promotion and giving a little portion of the southeast parking lot, which by Saturday evening is an underutilized area. They are, again, taking care of the financial. They're bringing their own volunteers and doing all the
This
work.
is a pretty fun thing, because they whipped it together in a red-hot hurry. It just bam, let's have a party. So it's terrific to see the local
Without telling any of
businesses.
the businesses in the area. that-
Well, they do.
Without telling any of the businesses in the area that it's happening. I didn't hear about it until I saw it on
That-
Facebook.
And that's exactly when it started, Sam.
So, but they didn't come to me at all.
You can, if you want
I got a hold of him already.
to, I mean, yeah, and I talked to you also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't have a timeline yet. That's the
Well, I'll
part.
we'll do that now. They are gonna start it, they're gonna be from 5 till 9.
Yeah, but what's the setup? When are they closing down
They
the
are
parking
going,
lot? That's where my
they're,
customers.
I know, and we're gonna give that all to you. A part of the parking lot is gonna close at 3. They're only using the first section of the rows,
Okay,
so they're not taking the whole parking lot.
okay,
So even at 3, you'll still, if your customers are parked in that first row up against 14 Mile, they're still going to be okay. But then as they leave, then that section, so that's the only portion, is that first row up against 14 Mile, Main
Okay.
Street, that would be closed. The rest of the parking lot's open.
okay.
Yeah. So it's not as, it's not taking up as much room as you might think.
Okay.
It's kind of fun, because it's not a big deal. It's just little and simple, and will be fun for the community, and they put it all together, and that's,
Right,
but it had to happen so quickly that we didn't have the usual chattering ahead of time.
Who's putting it on again?
Sean Nasri, he's a volunteer in town. They've been doing a great job with I don't know if you've seen on Facebook, the scavenger hunts.
Yeah.
They're putting all that on, so they've been working to promote business for the last couple months. And, that's a pretty nice thing. And our caveat was that if we help with some promotion, we'll be a co-host. We'll provide that space. And they had to include downtown businesses. So Pumachug will be there, Whiskey Taco Foxtrot, Zioli's, and Flipside. So So it's not a huge event. You know, at first they were, ooh, let's do something big. No, let's do something very small and make it comfortable and see where it goes. And again, they kind of wondered if maybe, you know, we'd like to help a little bit, pay the bands. I said, look, our board members are paying for the movie personally, so we can't really give DDA funds for a party, although it sounds like a lot of fun, but we'll help where we can, as long as you make sure it's downtown, you know, included. So that's where we are.
It has been really fun to watch all the community involvement, though, happening over, the summer.
Yeah, that has been fun to watch. And he runs a good Facebook group, too, with Gloss and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. New business. We have consideration of a business assistant grant for Weiss Distilling Company for facade improvements to 34 East 14 Mile. And I can't imagine how anybody on this board would not be in support of that. So do I have a motion to,
I'll make the motion to approve.
thank you, Valerie makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you very much. All in favor of a business assistance grant?
Valerie, do you want to say how much and what, because the design committee did look at this project. What you have to do for a business assistance grant is we have to review their plans prior to it going to site plan, which was done a year and a half ago.
A while
Yeah. It's a big project. It's been taking a while to get there. And so those plans were reviewed and design committee was in favor of giving it a grant at that time.
Yeah,
And they
it's
more
not a
than
bad time to review the process. As we have new businesses kind of coming in and doing work on their buildings, there's an application on the Downtown Clawson website, correct? So you have to submit the application, you must submit your receipts for the work being done, and there is a cap on a front-facing building of $5,000 for a DDA-sponsored grant. So yeah, we have definitely approved the $5,000 on the Weiss building. Their spending far exceeded, the normal recommendation for, maxing out that amount. And it's
Okay.
beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's a stellar performance, stellar building. Construction is,
Yeah, it's
Top
really
notch.
nice. It is.
it's another example of property owners taking care of what they have and what they want. I highly support it
Yep.
and encourage other property owners to do the same.
I'm going to get right on it.
You're already done that.
Do we have a motion to approve this grant?
I motioned.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Scott did.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Cut him a check. I think that's terrific. Under new business, we don't have this here, but I think we should just take a minute to remember Kelly Yusufian from the Harp store who died unexpectedly a couple weeks ago. She had cancer. She didn't know about it. It was stage 4 when she found out, and she is no longer with us. So we don't know what's happening with the property. There have been some people there, and she does have sisters, so we've lost a neighbor and a former member of this board, and it's sad.
I had no idea that her reach in the harp business was so long and large,
Huge.
nationwide. Somebody said worldwide in harps, and that's stellar. That's amazing that she could do that.
Yeah, I've taken people there from out of town, people that have come from Main Street. She has harps in there that are, a couple of them, over 100 years old. She can tell you their history, and I just had no idea there was such a wide range of harps. It was really interesting. She knew her stuff.
Yeah, a real big loss. She'll be missed.
Yeah.
Do we have any other old or unfinished business, anyone?
I have one thing. Christine had asked before about the state of the benches downtown, what are
Oh, yeah.
missing some paint and looking kind of rough. And I talked to Troy Engel, who is our fire chief, and he has Boy Scout troops, and he thought that might be a really good Eagle Scout project. So I talked to him again last night after the council meeting, and he is working on that. gonna let me know. They might even pick them up and take them somewhere and paint them, so,
Great.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
I don't think we have any public comment unless somebody wants to phone one of us.
I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
When you went through, Joan, the director report on the new businesses plugging along, do you have estimated dates for the opening of Lucky Duck, Newry?
I don't. I mean, I know when they went through site plan what they were hoping to do, but, it's construction and what with the trades not always being available, they're having the same labor issues as everybody else, so.
Haven't been on a construction project that has ended anywhere close to on time in the last 6 months, so.
Yeah.
It's totally
Yeah, it's not getting any better.
Yeah.
Right, and then at least he didn't have the rain problem, but some of the others have, had such difficulty with rain, so holding everything up, yeah, so,
Okay,
but
it's exciting though.
he is moving along. He will be applying for a redevelopment liquor license, so I'll get with him on that.
Yes, ma'am.
A question about understanding the city is getting some funds from the federal government for COVID, and if there's anything that is going to be, any assistance that's going to be put out there to what the small businesses in the DDA had to fork out in order to, get through this period, with what COVID has cost us, if that has been any part of.
And part of what those funds are for is for economic development. So we did send a letter, Mary Liz sent a letter to the city manager a month and a half ago,
Probably.
which is, I think, part of our last packet, if not the one before, requesting consideration for economic development to help businesses. So that is out there, and it is part of what the funds are for. It's for infrastructure, and it is for economic development. So they don't have the funds yet. The city has not held meetings yet to talk about how they are going to use the funding. And that is really going to be their first step. We have to wait and see how they handle that.
Well, for everybody that kept their doors open, I think I'd just like to say it should be a consideration that wasn't easy.
Still not easy.
No,
Right,
not at all.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
If anyone has anything else, now is your moment.
Oh, there was the thing about virtual meetings. We
Oh,
did-
yes. One of our members is unable to attend regularly, and she would like us to consider virtual meetings. So although the majority of us prefer to meet here, Joan and I are going to look into it and find out what it would involve and how much it would cost and how it would work. Any thoughts or
feel like-
comments? What?
Just like we used to, or is it?
No, we would all meet in person, but
Like a
have
hybrid
a way for
Oh, a hybrid option.
a hybrid option,
Okay.
which are clumsy, but we could try to accommodate her. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
I thought we were going to stay here all day. Okay, all in favor?
All right,
Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Come back next month.
yes.